Agreed. I want to get an intro song whenever that's
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. All right, we're live.
Oh,
Yeah, we're live.
too fast. No warning.
Yeah. We're missing somebody because he's
Mm-hmm.
late.
Are you excited to shame him when he shows up?
Yes. Wholeheartedly.
Me too.
Wholeheartedly. Yeah, as much as the Japanese would shame me for making bastardized ramen.
A lot of shameful activities going on today.
Yeah. Lots and lots of dishonor and shaming. Yeah. Because I'm a weirdo. I fully admit it. I put pickles on my ramen. Because I have
Which is an act that I cannot condone.
I have nothing else to put on my ramen. I don't like prepackaged sauce and the fake plasticky like vegetables it comes with. I also don't like
Yeah, no, those are no good.
yeah. I also don't like the shrimp flavor that this was because when I went to get ramen, they didn't have anything else but shrimp, and I hate shrimp, and I'm also allergic to shrimp. So
fair. Probably don't use it then.
yeah. So instead of shrimp taste, I have Louisiana hot sauce taste.
That's I have put literally Louisiana hot sauce on ramen before.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not the only one doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like that one commercial for the hot sauce. I put that shit on everything.
Of course. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's me. Oh, look
who's this?
Look who decided to show up.
Up.
Well, well, well.
Announce yourself.
Why are you so quiet?
You're so late. I talked for literally 2 minutes about bastardizing ramen.
I'm having issues. Hold on.
Okay.
Not new.
1 sec.
All right, 1 sec's over.
You sound okay to us. If that's
Do we
of
sound
any
okay
help.
to you?
I think you said we sounded quiet.
Why can't I hear you two? Very well.
Boomer alert.
Because your headphones are plugged in poorly.
You know, screw this. I'm going to restart this computer.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be here for an hour. We're going to be here for another hour.
In the meantime, why don't you tell the nice people who we are and what this is?
All right. Well, everybody should know who I am by now. We're on episode 14. But I am Samuel Apollo. This is my podcast. This is my co-host, the one person who is late. That is Mr. Rectal Bisque. And I am here with Scoot.
Hi, that's me.
Peace. I am the annoying voice in your ear tonight. And hopefully we're here to entertain you. Hopefully
that's the goal.
Yeah.
No promises.
Hopefully you won't hear me slurping my my ramen in the pickles.
Very surreptitious off mic slurps.
Yeah, and the sexy crunch of pickles covered in Louisiana hot sauce and garlic.
What a mess!
I'm loving this bastardized ramen and pickled what's it called? Where you're like rubbing the microphone. ASMR.
ASMR.
Yes, ASMR time. You're gonna get a nice ASMR before a movie review. Congratulations. You were played from the very beginning. It's not just a movie review, it's also an ASMR.
You idiots, you walked right into this.
You walked into my trap. Directly. But yeah.
You bring him in with the promise of a furry movie review, but then you zig when they think you're gonna zag with the with the weird ramen ASMR.
Yeah. Oh, there he goes. It's just us.
Wait, it took him that long to leave?
Yeah, I told you we're gonna be here for a while.
What the Bisque? Look,
old man Bisque.
Okay. He does make me feel young. He serves a valuable purpose.
I mean, you are like 20 years younger than he is.
I don't think I'm that much younger than he is, but
You're in your 30s,
but it feels
right?
like I am. I am not in my 30s.
Oh, then I was wrong. Oh, it's
I'm
wrong.
40.
Ah, you don't sound like it.
I know. I'm very youthful.
Yeah, keep it. Says
That's the
the
goal.
24-year-old.
Just got to keep drinking that child blood. So far, so good. Stay the course.
Child blood.
Hasn't steered me wrong yet. Okay,
Well,
I hear a person.
I heard a ping.
Does the person hear us? Of course not.
Nope.
There we go.
Oh,
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Success.
I would believe so.
Awesome. Can you?
Very
I'm gonna
nice.
turn you up a little.
Turn him up a bit.
Gotta turn you boys up too.
Everyone turn everyone up. Except
yeah.
I'm not doing anything, but
that's
the rest
good.
of you do stuff.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
That's
Turn
good.
it up.
Turn it up.
Turn me up and turn me on.
Oh, unf. Omer.
What's
yef.
the line they say in The Crow? Fire it up. Fire it up. Fire it up.
Hold on to your butts.
Okay, so we're both referencing 90s movies. Okay, Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I think
movie.
my overall audio is just turned down a little bit on this system. Give me just a moment. Okay, say something.
Giving you plenty.
I knew it. The Discord. Lovely, communist controlled FBI spying Discord. The volume, the master volume was
yes.
was down.
Discs
That's how they get you.
daily political speech. Them
Mhm.
goddamn government mans are watching me.
Listen, I'm eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which I have not had in a long time.
Yeah, I'm eating
And
pickled covered Louisiana sauce with garlic ramen.
well, you didn't let me make my point. You ruined the joke. I was about to say.
Oh.
Oh, I tend to do that.
The peanut butter and jelly makes me feel more American, a little more jingoistic.
We got a Evan in the chat. Hey,
Hey.
Evan. He posted a 2 emojis, which I do not know what that is. Is that just someone? Is it a pregnant person? What is that? I can't tell what it is. The emoji is so small. I can't tell if that's a man or a woman.
Let me find the chat. I'm not there.
Boy, it's been a hot minute since we've done one of these, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has. It's been a really hot minute.
And unless I miss my guess, we're all here to complain about one thing.
Yes. The agricultural climate of the United States.
Yes.
Yeah, what are we doing? We doing Farm Aid? What are we doing?
Well, kind of. We're talking about the French movie, foreign film to us Americans, Animal Kingdom, as it's called in English.
All right, first off, we should introduce ourselves just because we need more filler.
We already introduced ourselves.
It's big talk from someone who showed up late, but okay.
Yeah, 10 minutes late.
No, I would have been 1 minute late had I not had to restart the computer. Semantics.
Boomer.
Hey, listen, I can use that excuse for anything like, I'm sorry, I was trying to join the Zoom call.
How do I work the computer machine?
How do you work this metal box?
What is a Windows?
The strange voice in my head says to turn it on.
See, I kind of sound a little older and more decrepit right now because I just got over a cold, so I'm going to go with it.
Nice.
All right.
I'm on Windows 3.1. What are you guys using?
Oh, XP.
Nice.
My first computer was a 90s IBM, but I couldn't really do much on anything.
I should have said Windows 8. God, Windows 8 was god-awful.
I had an IBM computer when I was 8.
I didn't have a computer
What's that?
when I was 8.
Indian bowel movement?
Yeah, probably.
We didn't have computers when I was 8. Well, we did, but, you know.
They were the size of a house.
They were the size of a room.
Yes. Excuse me. Lingering cold. Yes. That's the funny thing. It's like what you got in like an Apple Watch or your iPhone could like launch nuclear missiles now. It's got enough computing power.
I can control a drone with my watch.
Yeah. Well, anyway, back to the thing that we all want to complain about.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start off. I went into this movie after talking with Scoot for like a second about it on Telegram, and also seeing the trailer a couple months back because it came out last year, right?
Yeah, I don't know when its wide release was. I saw it at the Vancouver Film Festival last fall.
Okay, so yeah, last year.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so again,
I think it premiered at Cannes maybe in like May last year,
I
and
think
then
so.
yeah, its wide release was probably like January this year. I don't know.
I was
Something like that.
surprised to see Studio Canal release this film. I was actually surprised because I haven't seen them on anything
Ethan,
lately.
we are French. We made the Orangina ad. You should have expected this.
Yeah, okay. French people making an interesting concept, but doing fuck all with it. Yes,
I mean,
that's my hot take for the movie. It does fuck all with the cool concept that it had. It was so interesting there in the first quarter, and then it just drops.
I mean, it could be in their DNA to make such things because I mean, during the war. No, I'm not going to go into that.
It really is a microcosm for France's participation in World War II.
What, carnal relations with non-sapient beings? No, no, I said I wasn't going to go into that.
If I was gonna watch this movie again, alcohol would have to been involved. It wasn't. It wasn't
we should have drank more.
It wasn't. Well, I had a glass of whiskey, but that's only because I had just gotten home from doing a shit ton of yard work for my grandparents.
And rules are rules.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
What am I gonna not have a glass of whiskey then?
I was gonna put on a record.
You,
I was gonna put on a record and listen to some music because I have a record player now, which I am very happy about, thanks to my good friend.
You got to put on those old timey records.
The only old record I have is Asia.
Okay.
Okay.
Asia's all right.
Yeah, that's the only. I think that's the oldest record. I think I might have something else, but most of my stuff's like recent stuff, like Ghost or the Silent Hill soundtracks, because I love me some Silent Hill.
Now, fellas, we're getting a little off topic here.
Yeah.
We are fellas. I'm sorry, I assumed your gender. Let's go on.
No, he's not either. He's a tiger.
Oh, you can assume my gender, just don't assume my species, or the other way around. One of the two.
Are you Stripes?
I'm Stripes.
Stripes. Orange and black stripes.
By the way, I wanted to take some of those pictures of you and run them through AI because I've been experimenting.
Wait,
I like experimenting.
Who are you talking to?
Scott.
Okay.
I'm thinking me.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what pictures of me?
Yeah. Not the Scooby-Doo stuff. Relax.
I'm still waiting on that one thing.
We don't talk about that out loud.
Oh, okay. Wink.
Anyway, pictures of me, AI, go on.
Just saying, I haven't gotten to him yet, but I will.
Well, I support you in your journey.
Now, here's the thing. I'm going to make an official political statement regarding AI. I think AI is perfectly fine to use if you use your own art to prompt it.
So as a tool.
Sure.
As a tool.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if you just make something up, that's not making something up. But if you do a drawing, you scan it in there, and you say, hey, computer, I'm not a good character designer, but I had an idea.
Yeah.
Make it
fuck
better,
around
please.
with this.
Yeah. Make it sexier.
I'm totally fine with that. Make it sexier. Hey, computer, can you sex this up for me?
Then you're like, wait, too much sex.
Oh, computer, too sexy. Why'd you do that? Oh God.
Oh, my head.
We've gone too far. Go back.
Yeah, we'll leave it to the French.
How could you have made this picture of Scoot so sexy? I mean, I wanted kind of sexy, but you've gone too far, computer.
Yeah. But anyways,
anybody who's ever used AI knows exactly what I'm talking about. Let's get on with it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that, like I said, I went into this movie expecting, okay, so this is French. It's not American. So gladly, I'm always expecting some practical effects, which we get.
Mm-hmm.
But the only extent of practical effects we got was either something being very blurry and out of focus, or it was very minimal when it was on screen. It was very small. And also the fact that the main character didn't really do anything. It was like
Yeah,
a few things here and there, and then like some CGI eyes.
That's by far my biggest complaint with the movie is like I thought it was like as a movie, like our fetishes aside, I thought it was like a good, well acted, well done movie.
Yeah, the acting was
But
good.
it was, and here's the thing. Here's what's actually really impressive. If anyone, like if any actor in the movie had like stumbled or like put on a weak performance, this movie could have been very silly and very bad. Like if
Batman
Bird
and
Guy
Robin.
did a bad job, oh, this movie would have been terrible.
Yeah.
But like everyone did a really good job, and the whole thing like played like it was supposed to. And any sort of stumbles from directing or acting or whatever, this could have been a ridiculous movie, and it wasn't. So honestly, like kudos to everyone involved for like achieving the goal, basically.
Yeah, I would say that the acting was very well done. I just think that the fact that the CGI in some spots was a little iffy.
The flying CGI was noticeably not great.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that really stuck out to me. I thought everything else looked decent.
Yeah.
All except for the kid constantly pursing his fish lips.
See, the main actor.
That's not a CG issue, though.
The main actor, I feel like he's French's Tom Holland, like he's or whatever the new like hot
Kinda
guy.
French is the company that makes mustard. Come on, France.
France, French people, whatever.
I didn't even catch that. French's Tom Holland.
I misspeak sometimes. Apologies.
We make ketchup, mustard, and Tom Holland.
I mean, to be fair, I mean it. The guy, he just there wasn't enough done.
No, and sorry, that's what I was saying before I said all the good things about it. Like if your protagonist and a central thing in the movie is him going through a transformation, let's get a little bit of transformation. Like what did we get? We got spine, like the beginning of claws on nails, and teeth, and that was it.
A little bit of shaggy hair.
Yeah, a little bit of hair. Yeah. But like I really wanted some. It didn't have to be a lot. It didn't have to be. You don't have to go full dog. But some facial changes would have really helped, I think. And tail, always tail, always tail.
Well, yeah, even if it's a little stubby poop-shaped bear tail.
Yeah, something. Give me something. Come on, France. Give me something.
Yeah,
it's like he's sitting in class, right? And the girl behind him sees this like thing poking backwards through his pants. She's like, "Oh," just like a reverse boner on the backside.
Yeah.
That would have been probably more interesting, other than the shitty like, ooh, hairy back. Uh-oh.
But even a hairy back would have been great. Just like, well, I mean, not personally, but I'm just saying, like, well, you know, you take his shirt off.
A furry back, because this was a hairy back. This was more hair than fur.
Right.
Right.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, shit, those lips he should have turned into a fucking goldfish.
Jeez.
but yeah, we didn't get. We got a long series of him being angsty, and that bothered me.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, angsty teenager. Not really.
Now again, this is me perfectly willing to admit that my TF bias likes certain things, and I was trying not to get too, let's say, influenced by that. I just want to, and if you do that, you judge the movie on its own. It's like great concept, nice acting, decent cinematography, minor shaky cam, but otherwise pretty good.
See, the shaky cam didn't bother me. It was more of the fact that they didn't go anywhere with the mutations in the film. It was kind of very lackluster.
I mean, What could they do in a situation like that where it's like, well, you're an elephant now. You could be a wrestler.
I mean, they could have taken it in a way where they could have done more with the changes. I was not impressed with the main character. I felt like they just wanted to keep him mostly more like 95% human throughout the
Yeah.
movie with minimal
Yeah.
changes because we can't have our lead actor looking goofy on screen.
I mean,
That's the thing. Yeah.
the one thing
Which
I
is
want to
too bad.
see that they never put in these movies is the guy just looking down his pants and going, "Wow,
That's new.
that's kind of awesome."
Yeah, see they didn't do that at all. Which
They did not do that. No.
they did not do it. No, it was. I don't.
Yeah,
know.
I mean, the kid could have been like,
But sorry, Bisque, you were saying, like either watching or not watching through a TF lens. You were saying something along those lines.
I mean, it was a competent film.
Yeah.
That aside, but again, some character stuff, it just there was a little bit of confusion on my part where like you get to that part where like was it a walrus thing that was like at the
Yeah,
restaurant? And so like was it a little Asian lady came out and she's like, calm down, calm down. It's like, okay, what's this? What's happening? Where's the backstory? They did not set that up well enough.
they didn't set it up well enough.
Gotcha.
It
Yeah.
just the character kind of just came out of nowhere and didn't really do much because they were mostly focusing on like the father and the military aspects.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he
And
didn't even like give him the thing where he like, you promised me fish.
yeah, it's
I mean, I know it's stupid,
but
but here's it's like that. Okay, and that's let's just say you look at something that's like over the top, like BNA, the brand new animal thingy.
yeah,
It's like they didn't do that anywhere either. It was just people TF back and forth, and there was little drama revolving around that. Like, it's just, well, that one's a little too visceral and visual, and this one was not.
Yeah, like I would have liked, like by all means, like focus on the one guy because you need a main character, but I would have really liked to see, yeah, because like obviously we saw some that were largely TF'd most of the way already. And then, but I would have liked to see more people in the, I guess more people like the bird guy, I guess would be the closest thing, but more people like in the midst or even at the beginning, but it progresses farther. Just like more people at, in the 0 to 50% stage, like dealing with the changes. Because there wasn't a ton of that.
Seeing what this is doing to society, like that scene downtown at the beginning is a great example of like, it just kind of it started as like ooh drama action, and then it stopped. It's like suddenly I wanted to see this happening all over the city, kind of all over the world, like, and then give the humans reasons to fear them.
Yeah, so like
it was definitely a lot of implied stuff and a lot of I guess telling and not showing. But I would assume largely for budgetary reasons. But yeah, that like opening scene like in the city, very cool.
Yeah. Well, what was the budget for this film?
I looked at. I think it's like.
Where's Wikipedia?
13 million euros. Something like that.
Well,
that's not a lot. That's a little budget.
Yeah, that's a very small budget.
It's not huge. Yeah.
I expected it to have a little bit bigger of a budget, but
I think they did quite well with the budget they had.
Well,
I mean, we never got to see a scene at the Kellogg's factory where they're like calling 911. Yeah, this giant bear man came in and started stealing all the Honey Nut Cheerios.
What about
this Tiger Man's eating all the Frosted Flakes?
Damn it, you beat me to it.
Diabetic.
No, like the opening scene, they could have done more than just like the bird guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like there could have been like somebody else, like in a car that was behind the dad and the son, after the bird guy like was attacking or trying to get away from the people in the ambulance.
Yeah.
Because they were teasing all this stuff and they didn't live up to what they were teasing. Because like, oh yeah, there's a sickness going around. Where did the sickness come from? Did it leak from a lab? Did it
in China?
Or
it's probably
did
a lab in China.
Yeah. Or did it is there some kind of supernatural aspect to it? Or like what's going on?
I didn't mind not explaining that aspect because it wasn't important to the story they were telling. The story they were telling is this is happening and how do we deal with it? In that respect, that actually reminded me a lot of did either of you guys ever watch The Leftovers on HBO?
I don't think so.
Gosh.
It was by one of the two guys who did Lost, and it felt like an apology for Lost. In that it raised sort of. It was apology for Lost in that it ended very well, as opposed to Lost not so much. But it was a similar thing in that the premise is that I don't remember the exact number, but one day, and we don't see that day. We're in the future from when this happened, but one day 2% or 4% or something of the world's population disappeared, just gone. And it spoiler, it is never explained why, but it doesn't matter because the story is the effects of that and how the leftovers are dealing with it. And this is kind of that also.
Probably swamp gas.
Probably swamp gas.
There's
probably
some
fucking lab in China again.
Yeah.
There's a show / comic or graphic novel called Sweet Tooth. I haven't read it or watched it. I understand that the concept is kind of the same.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
I've never read or watched it.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about it because I like it came out. I was like, "Ooh, this sounds cool and furry. I should watch it." And then I didn't. And then I watched a couple episodes, and it was pretty good. And then I stopped. But I need to get back to it because it was actually interesting.
But being the furries that we are, we're like, "Where's the tails? Where's the thing?" It's like none of that showed up in season 1, and then it showed up like crazy in season 2.
Yeah, maybe it was you that actually said that to me because I've watched like maybe 3 or 4 episodes of season 1, and you're like, it's a lot furrier in season 2. I'm like, that's the news I was waiting to hear, so I will continue watching this.
Yeah, is there going to be a season 3?
I don't know.
Good question.
And by the way, I'm such a jerk. I can't stop thinking of scenarios for this French movie for the Animal Kingdom. Where people just
because they're like, give us this scenario and a budget, and there's so fucking much we do.
The budget for a remake or like an Americanized version, if they were to do either a sequel or like an American version of the movie, the budget would have to be at least like $30 million. If you just got regular people, no big name actors, unless you wanted one big name actor.
Tom Holland.
But
no, fuck Tom Holland. Boring. You're boring.
I'm petitioning right now. Hey, Hollywood, let me direct it, but also don't let me direct it because I'll be insisting on putting scenes in it like some mole like sitting in a news studio squinting at the camera going, "I'm sorry, I have to give up my job because I can no longer read the teleprompter."
See, like, why can't we get something like that one Indian werewolf movie that came out last year that was blowing up everywhere on Twitter?
You just like it because the tail went floomp.
Yes, I do. Because it's good.
And that
we don't see shit like that.
Legitimate.
In
that it was a great. That's one of the best. One of the best tail bursts in media. Period.
Oh yes, but you know why, Sam? You know why, right?
Why?
You saw that thing on Twitter recently about the professor dressed as a furry in his college classroom, right?
Yes.
Look at how everybody's
suit, by the way. Good ass suit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, but it's probably like $10,000.
Look at the way. Look at the way everybody's reacting to it. It's like, how could they allow this in college?
Okay, well, let's take a step back. The only people who are complaining like that are retarded conservatives.
Yes, they are.
It's all libs of TikTok.
Listen, just because I'm an evil right-wing QAnon Trump supporting fascist doesn't mean I won't call out the right wingers and the conservatives when they're
Oh,
twits.
no.
And that's them being twits.
Yeah, well, both sides are fucking retarded. Don't get it twisted. I hate
Yeah,
both
one's just
sides.
more so than the other. But anyway.
Yeah, well, without getting into it, left-wing people are
No
just...
politics.
Yeah. Okay. I'm surprised you're not saying it.
Just imagine, right? Do you think if like a 1000% furry movie came out where everything was so goddamn furry and the plot revolved around this and TF and weird furry kinks and shit that like the general public would like it? They wouldn't.
I feel like if you tried
It
at least...
depends.
I feel like if you tried it once and say, hey, let's test to see if this will work in America.
You should try it once.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
do an R-rated thriller / sci-fi-ish movie with the same concept, get 1 or 2 big names to market it to normies,
To sell it, yeah.
and then go mostly like practical effects and use CGI when you need it, not because
Yeah.
it's cheap, but when you
Yeah.
actually need it. Make sure that you're doing the right things when it comes to the mutations. If you do it better than what Animal Kingdom did, and just roll with it. Just go all out, balls to the walls, like crazy. If it's so
Try it once.
yeah, if it's
That's
so
not too much to ask.
if it's
Yeah,
so
try it
out
once.
there and something new, people will want to try it out and see it.
let's
Yeah.
face it. Let's face it. You saw that one video clip I put in one of my videos where they were talking about the attack at the furry convention, and the people reporting the news just could not stop laughing.
You're gonna have to be more
Yeah.
specific. They happen a lot.
Well, the one where it was like a gas attack or something in the hallway or the stairwell or
You're gonna
whatever.
have to be more specific. That happens a lot.
All right, I'll look it up. Jesus Christ.
I want to say MFF 2014.
Ugh, yeah.
But yeah, the fucking news reporters just they instead of saying, "Oh, this is a horrible thing," and
started
someone tried to
laughing.
hurt people, they were just laughing their ass off. And,
Let's
and I-
okay, Bisque. Let's be honest. We would be laughing too. Furries are retarded. Like you have
Counterpoint,
to
you're
agree.
right.
You have to agree. We would be laughing too. I kind of chuckled because
I was laughing. I mean, I really was.
it wasn't that.
I knew people there. I had several friends there.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't too much before or after Rainforest, and we all know what happened there.
Yeah, it wasn't a gas.
Yeah, that was like a
somebody left
if my years are right, that was like a year before Rainforest.
Yeah. So
The last Rainforest.
Yeah. So when that happens, it's not really a surprise.
Now,
It's
I
like,
would make a
that's
movie
expected.
about that. I would make a movie about the last Rainforest. I would.
Why?
I was there, baby. I still got my lanyard.
I would dramatize the shit.
Collector's item.
I wouldn't really call it a collector's item, but okay.
Oh, it's a badge of honor. That lanyard should get me free reg at any con forever.
At least a T-shirt that said "I survived the last."
Yeah.
Rainforest.
I survived the furry fandom.
Also, the last Rainforest was fine. Like the only negative thing I experienced was the hot tub being closed because someone fucked it up with a towel. I think that's the like.
You better hope
other than that, it was.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was any other con. It was fine.
I was.
Yeah, you better hope it wasn't a congealed blob of something.
I was either
I
a freshman
think it
or a
was a towel.
sophomore in high school when that happened. I was in middle school when the 2014 con got what was it? It was Clorox, right? It was like chemicals.
Chlorine gas.
Chlorine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Clorox
was
is
in
for
middle school when that happened. I
washing your
could
clothes.
not
So-
hear the fucking end of it when I was in
If,
middle school and high school because like, oh, did you hear about this furry con getting attacked? I'm like, yes.
Do you like to do that
Yes.
since you're a furry? Do you like to
Oh,
leave
dude,
diapers in the
a
stairwell?
lot of people in school knew because some asshole I was friends with told everybody. I was like, okay, fine. But
And
yeah,
by the way, getting back to our topic at hand.
well, we're still on the topic because we
a
were
fully-
talking about the movie.
Well, no, I was just about to say for a full furry movie, can't talk. It's the peanut butter. I would pitch. I'll
Never
pitch
mind.
one right now. I'll pitch one right now. Just make it
Go.
up off the top of my head. All right. Some furry douchebag finds a lamp, or wishes upon a star, makes a wish. I wish
Mhm.
everybody were furry.
This is already gay.
And then for the rest of the movie, are rapidly mutating or fully mutated furry characters have to find out who did it in an effort to change everyone back. But there's so many people trying to stop them. That's all I got right now.
Okay.
That's what I
If you're
got.
gonna
That's
if
something.
you're gonna do that, do it as a cartoon because someone making a wish with a genie lamp in live action would be utmost stupid.
Yeah, and you set it up like or maybe it's like a kid who's just being bullied because he is a furry and he makes the wish and like
Yeah.
the next day all the
See-
big jocks that like got turned into like tiny animals come up to him and go, "What did you do?"
See, if I had like $30 million for a movie, I would
Yeah.
definitely get one or two big names. I don't know who. Maybe Jay Gyllenhaal, if he would be up for it. I mean, hell, he did Brokeback Mountain. He'll probably want to do it. Or maybe what's another big name actor that's
Damn, I really want Jake Gyllenhaal in a furry movie now. He'd be great, and he does weird shit sometimes.
Let's
so
mark this occasion in case it happens.
yeah, we did it first.
Adam
Yeah.
Driver.
Adam Driver
that'd be
would
fun too.
That would be a good choice. He's a
He
good.
could be a good.
Either of them would be great, actually.
I mean,
he'd
he
be a
was
great
in that
actor.
Neither
one,
are cheap, but that if that's where the main part of your casting budget goes, that
Yeah.
works, and the rest
I
can
mean,
be
both of them
regular folks.
Both of them are probably really high-priced actors, but
Yeah, no, they're both pricey.
That
But
would
if you got 30 mil, you can spend, I don't know,
Daniel
$5
Craig.
on a star actor.
yeah.
Daniel Craig.
That's why I said like one or two. Daniel Craig wouldn't want to do it. He would be like, "What the fuck am I looking at? What is this shit?"
If Gilbert Gottfried were still alive,
Automatically a parrot.
yeah, or Norm Macdonald, he'd be the anteater, the nasally guy going, "Hey, what's going on?"
Hey.
No, see, if I was gonna get a big, somewhat big named actor, I don't know if the actor's big name, but the guy who played the president in the movie Civil War, I forgot the actor's name. He was in The Office.
I haven't seen that movie. I refuse to go.
Let me see.
I know he was
I haven't
in
seen it yet either.
the weird episode of The Last of Us. What's his name?
Oh, is it Nick Offerman?
Yes, Nick Offerman.
Yes, it is.
I would have
Yeah.
Nick Offerman as the president because I think that he just fits that look, or like a hillbilly that's like, "What the fuck is going on? Why are all these mutations going on?"
He's great too. Like I've never
a good actor.
not liked him in something. He's really good.
Conan O'Brien could be a red fox. Of course, he'd have to be.
Easy.
Ginger.
Writes itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing about this movie comes close to scratching an itch I have movie-wise, because anytime you get TF type stuff, or stuff in the realm of werewolfy type stuff, it's pretty much always horror.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but I would love for sometimes it not to be. And this isn't. This is like a drama. And that I've always been advocating for, like, give me like a furry TF-y thing that isn't horror. So like, if you like take this concept or whatever other similar concept and do that, not as a scary thing, but as like this is happening, and just give me better TF.
It needs a bigger budget, and it needs to have more practical effects next time if they do make another one, and expand on the premise a little bit more. Like, I felt like they would like jangle keys in front of you, be like, hey, look what's happening here. Like,
they do some of that for sure, yeah.
And then they'll like have something happen, and then like we're just stuck in a car again. It's like
they'll do poop TFs, and you just be like, oh,
yeah, because like when some of the things that were happening to the guy in the movie, the kid, I was like, I was kind of cringing at some of the points. I'm like, yeah, that I know didn't like instincts and stuff.
You're not showing enough physical changes to match it.
Yeah.
Turn his nose black.
Yeah.
Yes.
or do the Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
Where he wakes up in the morning, he's grown like 5 feet during the night, and he's so tired he doesn't notice that his head hits the top of the door frame like the stormtrooper in Star Wars.
Agreed.
Clunk. See, frustrating.
Yeah, it's so frustrating because like the movie's concept was cool, but it's just they didn't do anything with it. Like, I was talking to some normie friends of mine. I was like, "Yeah, I'll watch this interesting movie that was recommended to me, and they didn't really do anything with the fucking concept. They just jangled some of it in front of your face and did nothing with it. They'll
Sorry,
like
Kyle.
they'll tease it here and there, and that's it.
What did the normie friends think?
One of them thought it was boring, and the other one's like, meh, okay.
Because I saw this at the film festival with 2 non-furries, and what's up?
What do they think?
They both thought it was good. They both like enjoyed the movie. They know I'm a TF guy, and they did they're obviously not as invested in the TF as me, but they agreed with what I said. Like they should have at least done more with the main character change wise.
They
didn't elbow you. They didn't elbow you and say, "What do you think about it, furry? Huh? Huh?"
I mean, kind of.
The both on the opposite sides of you, just both nudging you in the ribs, like, yeah. Do you see what's happening, Scott?
I thought we should go to this movie because of you. We knew you would like it.
One of them's like, tee.
No, it was definitely my idea. I'm like, I'm going. You guys can come.
Like, I'm gonna go get my rocks off. You can watch.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like with the main character, they should have done at least some more makeup on the face.
Yeah.
They should have done some more.
Why'd you put a little bit of makeup? Sorry. You wanted to.
They should have done something with his ears and stuff, but kind of like elf looking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Point the ears a bit. Like you don't have to go like you don't go. You're not going to go muzzle, but like darken the nose some. And do like the beginning of whiskers or just like whiskered dots, like a little something.
Anything. Just starts humming. Can't get enough super golden crisp. Wait, why did I do that?
Yeah, but because like if he was starting to go through more mutations in that one scene where he's at the party and he licks the girl's hand like a dog.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been kind of a perfect scenario for something to happen, but it was just fucking cringe.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, keep the fucking microphone away from anybody smacking in it. Oh my god.
Hey, that wasn't me.
No. When we were watching the movie, every time when the very beginning of the movie where they're smacking, where they're eating the chips and the dog's like licking around and smunching.
Yeah,
oh my fucking god. That was so annoying. I hated the audio. I'm sorry. The audio work was awful.
We like the smacking of the lips.
I hated the audio. I hate smacking lips. If someone ever smacks in my ear, I'm automatically gonna snap. I do not like that. It's very annoying.
Fair.
So
very fair.
Other than that, it's like some of the parts, if they would have just added practical effects or at least some type of small CGI effect whenever they were doing anything like that, without just cringe moments. Because like I'm trying to look at this from 2 points of view, as a normie and as a furry. Like, because as a normie, you're watching this movie and you're like, okay, so what's going on here? But as the other side, you're like, okay, well, I know what the concept is. I know what they're trying to do, but they're not doing anything with it. But going back to the normie side, you're still captivating, because it's a French film. You're mostly reading the entire time, and then when something interesting happens, they're not speaking, which I kind of like, because most of the time when I'm watching a horror film, I feel like I'm mostly looking at the bottom of the screen than at the top. I'm having to read super fast.
Right, yeah.
But
parts of this film felt like they were kind of out of order too.
Yeah, so some of the scenes felt kind of out of place or jumbled. Like something that happened right here should have carried over to the next scene, but didn't. Kind of thing.
And
I mean, sorry, I thought somebody was banging on my door there.
Ooh.
No, it's the neighbors. They're all dicks. Anyway.
They tend to be. What were you going to say, Scoot?
I don't think I was. I think Bisque had something going on before he was startled.
Sorry. I was startled. I thought somebody was breaking in.
A British man joined the lobby.
Yes.
Welcome,
we cannot hear him because he is muted.
Yeah. So it took you lads long enough to notice I was in here.
Wait, we need the opinion of someone from
from
the Europe area.
What? Of what?
About this film.
I'm trying to recall this film. I'm not sure I've watched it. It's called Animal Kingdom, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Hold on, let me
Yeah.
have a look. Let me have a look and see if I can find it.
It's from your neck of the woods. You should know.
I'm not French. I'm
I know, but
It's
English.
European.
It's
Surely you've seen
European.
every European movie.
2010, right?
No, 2013. So
No,
2023.
that's
Why
a
did I say
yeah.
2013? It's 2023. It came out last year.
Animal Kingdom 2010 is like a gangster movie, I think. The Animal Kingdom or La Reine Animale 2023 is the furry movie in question.
Had the flex on us because
This
you're
thing
French.
that everybody was going on
did.
about. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Well, maybe you should go watch it.
Yes, you need to watch it and then tell us what you think and complain as much as we think you will.
As much as that sounds nice, I'd need to find a copy of it, wouldn't I?
I can send it to you right now if you want.
Captain Jack Sparrow can send you a copy.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Send it to me now.
Do I have your Telegram? I think I do.
Who's talking?
Yes, I do. It's Scott. Sorry.
Yeah, you have my Telegram. I mean, how
I
do I
do.
send you that commission I did?
Exactly. Yeah, let me find my Google Drive links and I'll get it right over to you.
Yeah, I need to message you about the commission as well. Lost.
By the way, we never saw again.
Hmm?
We needed to see more consequences of this virus.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
And you know, Scott. Let's just say you were in this movie. You turned into a
Yeah.
damn tiger, but what you failed to realize is you were getting tiger instincts. You woke up one morning and you'd eaten your mom.
Exactly.
We needed to see stuff like this.
Do tigers usually attack people?
I seen him do it.
Tigers are one of the 4 animals on Earth that hunt humans.
Oh, you had to pick a tiger, did you?
The others being?
Yeah, not by accident. Humans.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure the other 2, actually. I just heard that stat the other day. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty
Bears?
cool.
I mean,
Good for us.
wouldn't it be awesome? Oh, check it out. Like, what if like a lady was turned into a big anaconda or something? Like the husband comes home, she's like swallowing her baby whole, and he's like, ah!
That would have been fucking cool. It would be like horrifying, but cool.
See, they should have done this kind of thing. It's interesting.
I feel like I feel like they were looking for more of a family drama than a horror film. I feel like if you're gonna go straight up horror, then everybody would be like killing each other.
All right, but think about the ridiculousness of this premise. They should have just gone all in.
But they didn't. That's
well,
why
that's like one of the 2 ways to go. You can go ridiculous, or you can, keep it smaller.
I mean, yeah, if we go the ridiculous route, kids come downstairs in the morning, breakfast, man. Mom's a cow. She's like, fresh milk? Oh.
Oh my god.
Very nice.
I don't know about that. That's funny though. But the one scene when
or like the lobster guy. Oh, what was that movie where Jason Bateman was the guy with the lobster claw and he kept trying to pick up his glass and shattering it? What was that?
That was the shitty superhero movie with Melissa McCarthy.
Oh,
we don't talk
right,
about that.
right.
We don't talk
Yeah,
about
we
that.
don't talk.
We don't talk about that.
Melissa McCarthy isn't funny.
But I mean, what if some dude was turned into a horse? He kept trying to grab his beer and
See,
kept slipping
that's
out
what
of
I
his
was gonna
boot.
say. The one scene when the father and the son are driving up to the Lady Cop and there's horses running around. I mean, that was like that would have been cool if you just implied, like,
yeah,
like they did it. They said
caught Mr. Johnson trying to have his way with my mare.
I must say,
I know it's a little whatever, but yeah, something.
Oh man!
Must say I was very disappointed with the cat representation in this movie. In that there was 0, and also it teased me because they I think still in the cold open, like right before the opening titles,
the wife
they
wasn't a cat.
they do the close up on his mom, the father's wife's face, and it's just like an eyes and like bridge of nose close up. I'm like, is that a fucking cat?
No.
And no, it was a fucking bear.
But they didn't really do much. They could have done such a cool thing with that, but they didn't do it.
They never showed full views of the characters outside the bird guy.
Yeah.
What I wanted to see was
I feel
a
like
full
that
view
was
of
most of the budget right there.
What I wanted to see was a full view of that pangolin character in the supermarket.
That was
cool.
that was
That was
interesting.
cool.
Yeah, like they definitely went like out of the box with some species. I'll give them credit for that. Like I was not expecting a pangolin.
Yeah. Like they didn't really do much with the bear either. I mean, the face of the bear at the end.
And they
was
never
kind of
put anybody
fucking
in a
weird.
cone.
Yeah.
Oh, like they could have done a cool prequel to Zootopia.
They would have
100%.
turned, this would have turned into Zootopia at some point.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you have gotten me so psyched about a TF prequel to Zootopia now. That sounds fucking awesome.
Dude, totally.
Why are we doing
they
that?
could totally do that, but Disney's retarded.
God damn it, Disney.
Imagine
do
a
one good thing.
PG-13
You
Zootopia
assholes.
prequel.
Samuel, we say differently abled. Thank you.
Mentally disabled, yeah.
It's not what I said, but sure.
What's the difference?
Yeah, I'm just being stupid.
Yes, we are all here. We're all stupid.
But again, my brain keeps concocting stupid things. You know, guy turning into an alligator trying to death roll his Big Mac.
See, I thought that was in the movie because in the trailer there looks like an alligator in the movie, but there wasn't.
He's like, "I'll show
Oh really?
you
I
the
don't.
Shamrock Shake."
I don't remember the trailer.
I think it was the pangolin that was an alligator, so I might have been mistaken.
Gotcha. Yeah.
The octopus was neat.
That was
Yep.
new. I wasn't expecting an octopus.
No.
I was
No,
actually...
they picked interesting stuff.
Yeah.
But give me one. Give me one cat, man. Come on. What are you?
Yeah,
what are you doing to me?
dog, cat. We didn't see a dog. We
think-
didn't see a cat.
I mean, well, technically the main character was a dog, but we didn't fucking get anything.
Oh, it was a bear,
Yeah.
right?
No, it was a dog.
No.
What?
He was a dog.
Yeah, it was a dog.
Did you? You might need to rewatch this movie.
I was a little drunk when we watched it.
Well,
His
would you-
mom was a bear. He was either a dog or a wolf. It was never clear, but he was
It was a wolf.
100%
Oh.
He says wolf.
Oh no!
Well,
Don't say 100% and wolf in the same sentence.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of which, if you in YMS have not done that, you need to.
Which?
100% wolf.
It's called 100% wolf?
Yes.
Oh my god, he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
I don't know.
Oh my
If-
god, he doesn't know.
I
We need to
show-
show him the trailer.
If I show him the trailer, will I get dinged?
No, I don't care. You show him right now.
Okay.
You show him right now.
You're showing him right now. Right now. You're showing him.
And there's a sequel coming called 200% Wolf.
Yeah.
This is gonna be terrible.
But
That's a
wait,
lot of
what
wolf.
is this 100% wolf then?
Or you're gonna watch with us. We're gonna watch. The trailer.
Only half of this chat right now has any idea what 100% wolf is.
Does that imply
So-
there's more than 10 people?
This looks fucking terrible. And I'm just looking at the thumbnail.
Just don't even look at it. Play it. You've got to play it.
Okay.
You've
Fine.
gotta.
YouTube, come on. Okay.
Come on.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
Watch
Time to mute
stream.
myself.
Let's have a look.
All right.
Okay. I see it.
Go for it.
Do I hear it?
Okay, Dad.
Yes, I do hear it.
You hear it?
Tonight's the big night.
Yep.
I'm ready to be 100% wolf.
Oh,
Just
I have seen this trailer.
You have seen this
He's
trailer?
He's a fucking poodle or something, right?
Yeah.
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 But watch.
This is for you, Daddy. Say hello to the big bad wolf.
Yeah.
See, you know what the poodle looks like to me? It looks like have you played the game The Quarry?
Yes.
You know the British kid in that game?
Yes.
He looks like the British
Yeah.
kid. Because like, oh, I can't get a good shot of the face. Oh, god damn it.
Otherwise, you will be banished.
Who are you?
Poodle. I'm not a poodle.
Really?
Labradoodle.
Poodle.
Poodle? Whoa! Get away from my butt, weirdo! Wow.
Oh
Apparently
my god,
there's a
I
ton
think
of-
that might
of-
be
of-
the British kid from the game. It sounds just like him.
Apparently, there's a ton of pee jokes in this.
Oh yeah,
Oh, good.
I watched a review of this movie, and yeah, there's a lot of that.
Let go of her!
2 for 1 deal.
Put them in the pooch!
Also, the fact that this movie makes no fucking sense at all. Like, not at all. Like, some of the actions
Yeah.
that the characters make doesn't make any sense. Some of the Some of the plot lines don't make any sense. The bad guy is an ice cream man.
What the fuck?
I mean, what if he was like a werepoodle and like the Antichrist?
That would have been a
That's
totally
more
different
interesting.
movie. That would have been the First Omen.
And everybody's trying to kill him. He's like, he's the harbinger of the end of the world.
Which I heard the First Omen was actually good, but they don't use a dingo for the ending.
It's all for you, Damien.
It's all for you.
Damn, a lot of butt stuff.
Yeah? Yeah. That's a lot of that in this movie.
Yeah, this reminds me of an Illumination movie, just worse.
Yeah, that's exactly what the guy in the video I was watching the other day said. It's like it's trying to be
Yeah.
Illumination, but it's not. They can't make
Is it
up
like
their...
a smaller studio?
Yeah, I think it's like a smaller studio. And there's a like this said, there's a sequel coming out this year.
200%. So this made money?
I guess. It might have made money.
I mean, they normally don't make sequels to things that bomb.
But I got to insist that you and YMS do this movie. You have to. Gotta.
This movie came out in 2020. What?
Yeah.
Damn, it took them 4 years to make a sequel?
That's why nobody knows about it. The fucking pandemic, quote unquote.
Quote unquote.
Yeah, came out, yeah, May 2020. Perfect time to put a movie out.
Yeah, like the world wasn't already in shambles. You had to add to it.
A sequel titled 200% Wolf is expected to be released in 2024. On April 29th, Flying Bark Productions announced via social media that the film will be released on August 8th, 2024 in Australian cinemas and August 23rd in the United States. There you go.
It would have been a great April Fool's joke if they did April 1st.
And also the first one didn't make money.
It didn't make any money?
That's just... Sorry, I thought I was just seeing the box office listed twice and not the it doesn't list the budget. It made $8 million. So I don't know if it was made cheap enough. Then I can't find the budget. I thought I saw the budget, but I don't. But all I know is it made $8 million. So I don't know what the budget
it made
was.
$8 million. That had to have been from like people buying it online for like kids or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was on like Netflix at one point, I think.
Yeah, it was. I never watched it though. Ooh, that bite definitely was pickle.
There was also
that was pickle.
There was also a TV show.
Huh? There was a TV show?
What?
Yeah, there was. Look it up.
Why?
You're right.
The movie was already bad. Why'd you make a TV show?
As long as we're on the topic. I mean, by the way, how have we had 8 or 9 of these goddamn podcasts regarding this specific transformation topic and never talked about this ridiculously stupid movie?
Because it's not worth talking about.
We got there.
Yeah, but we're out here. But like, yeah, there's a sequel to a movie coming out that nobody asked for. I mean,
yeah.
If they were going to make a sequel to Animal Kingdom, they would have to have a bigger budget and actually put effort into the CGI and practical effects. There's one scene in that movie where I don't even know what the hell it is. Is it a SCP creature? Like, what the fuck was that thing? It's like it's like right after the scene where they're walking on stilts in the cornfield.
It's just some eldritch horror.
Was it a bug? Like what was that? It was like a skinny like SCP looking thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it was like a stick bug or something, I think.
Oh, that would be fucking horrible.
I think it was a stick bug.
Oh
yeah.
my, I couldn't.
Wait, because if you hold on, wait, 2020, right? And you're saying it's a stick bug. Yeah, it probably was the meme. They probably might have.
No, movie came out last year.
Sorry, yeah, 100% Wolf was 2020. Animal Kingdom was 2023. It's maybe slightly too late for a get stick bugged meme, but
yeah,
who knows?
That's very late.
Just imagine like there are like a fandom of 100% Wolf fans out there demanding a sequel.
I mean, yeah, kind of, probably. There's fandoms for everything.
Like 6 of them.
Yeah.
It's like 6 people all screeching on Twitter. We want a sequel.
The Werepoodle was so cool.
Yeah, do you know who
Royal
Poodle is on Twitter? He's
yeah,
yeah,
TF guy.
Yeah. He's a big poodle guy.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh really? Royal Poodle is a big poodle guy. Who
Who
saw
would've
this
thought?
coming?
Yeah. He does a lot of poodle stuff.
Yeah.
Big poodle fan.
That just sounds a bit off.
Yeah, I probably worded that wrong, but yeah, he's a poodle guy. I mean, you're a Malamute or husky wannabe.
I mean,
What?
have we ever had a good werewolf movie aside from American Werewolf in London and a few horror themed?
Like, what do you mean by that? Do you mean strictly like horror or nothing horror?
No. I mean, just like
Just good.
when was the last werewolf movie you can remember?
2010.
Which one was that? Oh, the Wolfman.
There's the Wolfman 2010.
People shit on that movie too much, and it's like this movie.
It's nowhere near as bad as they say it is.
Dude,
It
people
was
are like,
okay. I didn't hate it.
I thought it was great. I remember seeing the trailer in the theater like forever ago, back in like probably 2008, 2009.
Well, the only thing that made me like tilt my head about that was Benicio del Toro is an Englishman. Okay, all right. Well,
I didn't mind. He's a good actor. I like him.
No.
He's a good actor.
He did fine. He did fine. Like I was just thinking, what this was at the beginning where like
I feel like
not everything was being race swapped.
I feel like people were complaining about the movie because some of the CGI looked a little wonky, and some of the character decisions weren't really great. Like the love interest, I think it's Emily Blunt's character. They don't really do anything with her. She's just kind of there.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, "Oh, it's a reference to the original," and people are like, "Yeah, I'd rather be watching the original." And I'm like, "Y'all, come on."
Yeah.
You know, I got to see a scene where she was like, "Change inside me."
Fucking horny.
Come on, you knew it was coming.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like they need to make a sequel with a bit better budget because the ending, spoilers, because I mean I don't know if anybody even watches my podcast anymore. The ending is kind of open. Would you say open to a sequel? They don't really leave it on the cliffhanger. They're just kind of like,
technically yes, but I don't think it was made with the intention for there to be a sequel.
I feel like they're gonna make a sequel at some point, but if they do, please God, make it have a bigger budget.
I mean, it's not as bad as the first Airbender movie.
We don't talk about that movie.
Oh, I do.
Like Shyamalan, the Airbender movie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough one.
That was the most teasing a sequel movie I've ever seen.
I'm sure there was intent for it to be a whole franchise, like the TV show, but it was fucking terrible, and thank God no more were made.
It was supposed to be a trilogy.
Yeah.
I watched a video on that. They're like, yeah, this movie was supposed to be like a trilogy, and then after the trilogy, they're gonna make like another trilogy or something like that. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, but then it was one of the worst movies of all time, and cooler heads prevailed, and no more were made.
Yeah, and then they made a TV show for Netflix, and it was even worse.
No,
is it bad? I haven't seen it.
No.
It's bad.
I don't think it's bad. It's better than the movie.
It's
low bar.
It's a very low bar. I mean, the bar is practically on the floor. It's that low.
All right. I'm not gonna say it's like the greatest thing ever, but it's okay for what it is. I mean, they're remaking one of the most popular animated things ever, and you're never gonna be able to make it any better than that. And they changed some stuff for the worse, but leaps and bounds better than the movie. And by the way, I mean, I choose to remember the trailers when I watched the trailers, and I was like, okay. Oh.
Oh.
Well, see, I would say the same thing for anything that isn't supposed to be like a kid's property. If it's like a new movie like The Wolfman, like the trailer for that was cool.
Those characters they got for the last Airbender on Netflix look like the characters.
Well, you mean the actors for the last?
Yeah,
Airbender?
the actors really look like the characters, and I was excited for that and that alone.
Because they're Asian.
So is it? So it's not like the Shyamalan movie in that they made the entire Fire Nation Middle Eastern for some reason.
Nope, it's very heavily Asian.
I mean, some of the actors they got in there I heard are decently good, but the show is bad.
I mean, I'm sure if they took off the Fire Nation soldiers took off their masks, they'd be all evil middle-aged white men. which they should be.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Netflix, do you know they got a hold of the Scooby-Doo IP?
Oh no.
I'm not practically excited at all.
Look it, Shaggy. Like I'm not gonna sign the contract.
Well, also Velma got a season 2, and we all know how that came out.
You know what? I'm not even upset.
Super
about
well.
that anymore.
No, I would rather put a bullet in my brain.
Can we redub that entire series in burps?
That'd be an improvement.
I think
like
it would
that.
just be fun to do.
They would have to do so
Yeah.
much for an improvement.
Yep. I mean, couldn't be worse.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still
Yeah.
doubling down. We could talk about the Mufasa trailer.
I'm not watching Mufasa.
I heard it was bad.
Yeah,
I don't
everybody
get it.
hated
I mean, CG animation can do any like particular animation style these days. And if you want to do something that looks like the original Lion King, but just a little more realistic in that CG way, stylized, they could have done it. But no, they want to
100%.
they want to give us a documentary.
It's basically a documentary, but with voice acting.
Yeah, where like with actual looking lions that can't emote, which was
Yeah.
like a big part of like
The
why
original.
people like the original.
I
'Cause,
love
can't,
that people went out and they photoshopped like, here's how I'd fix it.
Oh,
Those,
literally every fan edit is 1,000 times better.
Yeah,
and
Every
you know
single one.
most of them were furries.
yeah,
100%.
of course.
Yeah, they know where their bread's buttered.
Well, sadly, we didn't have anybody like that with this Animal Kingdom movie. It's kind of just there. I feel like some normies
Yeah, no,
like,
this
hey,
this
there's
was
this
too
very,
too
very
small to get a
niche-
bunch of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some normie was
Wanna-
probably like, here's this very niche thing on the internet that people like. Let's try to make a movie out of it, and they didn't go full.
I want to make a controversial statement about A24 films. They are good films, but I have a trepidation about them.
Not all of them are good.
A24 can often mean tick, 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 tick. Boy, this is slow. Tick, tick, tick. I know I'm like an impatient OCD American or ADHD American, and I like things to move at a little faster pace. But jeez,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, they vary because they've done a number of different.
I think the last A24 film I
Types of
saw
films.
was The Green Knight. Was it The Green Knight? Was an A24 film?
yeah. it
That's a
was.
slow movie. That's a
never-
slow
Yeah.
movie for sure.
I never saw that
It
one.
looks beautiful, but it was pretty slow.
I never
Yeah.
saw
For
The
sure.
Green Knight. I heard about it, and I couldn't make up my mind if I
It's
wanted to
alright.
watch it.
It's all right. It's okay.
It's good. Like it's Dev Patel, right? Yeah, he does a good job. I always like him. Yeah, looks amazing. Like if you are a scenery guy, then watch it immediately because it looks fantastic.
Isn't it a horror
And
film?
yeah, no,
Not really.
No, not really. It's
It was under the horror category. Last time
really.
I looked at it, yeah.
I would not classify it like that myself. It's like it's in the King Arthur world.
Okay.
King Arthur's not in it. It's like it's Gawain and the Green Knight is the story.
So I'm guessing the
Um,
length of the movie is to where the horror comes from.
2 hours 10, which is not short, but not as egregious as some movies are.
Huh. Yeah. I mean, I've watched longer movies than that. I mean, hell, I've
it
had
would be really
all
neat.
of the Lord of the Ring extended movies.
It'd
Mhm.
be really, really neat for like the Animal Kingdom if they just started out with like a weird news story or something, right? This scientists are refusing to say make
Yeah.
comment on an incident that happened in the hospital, blah blah blah. Rumors of a blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, they
And then,
kind of
like you
muffle
had this
out.
little montage of like, Mom, what's happening to my fingernails? Or like, are those wings
Yeah.
coming on your back? What the fuck?
See, so basically, The Walking Dead, but
Oh.
minus the zombies.
Pretty much.
Because with the
But better.
the director of the first, I think, few episodes or the first season of The Walking Dead was gonna go like a completely different direction
Yeah.
than
But if
what
they're gonna
AMC
do,
wanted.
Oh, really?
yeah, if they're gonna do the slow burn thing, why not do it right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I love a slow burn. Just take me somewhere with it.
Yeah.
Give us a little bit of progression. Give us
Yeah,
something that's like genuinely horrifying. Like, what is it? Like some little kid gets brought into like the the doctor's office. Oh, he's not feeling well. And doctor's like, open your mouth. He's got these like snake fangs pop out.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Kind of like Nosferatu.
But it's like, I bit my mom. She's dead.
Oh,
Why does it
Oh,
always go
it's-
into like the most gruesome thing with you?
damn.
Because the animals are feral and they have no brains and they just eat and kill and fuck.
I mean, they do have brains. They're just not very intelligent.
Not okay. So I'm not saying anthropomorphic animals or cartoon animals. We have rules for that. But real
Sure.
animals are dicks. Have you ever seen a rooster?
Yes, I live
Dick,
in the
true.
South.
Roosters are rapists.
Yeah. Yeah. They're bad.
Yeah, they're terrible. They
Yeah.
jump on the back of chickens.
God forbid you draw the short straw and get the rooster TF in this universe.
Yeah. Can you imagine like a half human what the fuck is it called? The spider, brown recluse.
Oh Jesus.
I don't even want to.
I don't like that.
I don't like the image I'm getting. I mean,
Yeah.
the end of that one movie. Fuck, what was it called? We watched it, Mania.
Enemy.
Yes. I'm
Yes.
surprised you know what I'm talking about. The ending of Enemy with Jake
I
Gyllenhaal.
mean,
Very
I
weird.
heard spider and end of movie. It's enemy.
Yes.
Oh, I know that. Is that the one where he opens the door and the spider's up on the fucking
Yep.
wall in the back? It's really creepy.
Yeah, but that
yeah.
was
No,
that's a
nobody
metaphor
is ready
ab-
for the end of that.
That's a metaphor for abuse.
Oh,
Yes.
I know it's a metaphor, but just I was just like, cool, spider.
Giant spider. Don't say spider. Say
I-
giant spider.
I don't think my reaction was cool spider. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I was like, I don't like that very much. That's exactly
Yeah.
the word for what I said. Well, because we watched that like what earlier this year.
Just okay, but just like
Oh, did it?
again, getting
Yeah.
back to the thing, like imagine somebody turning to chameleon. Like you seen those creepy chameleon
did.
fingers?
They did in the movie.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yes.
We had one.
Oh no, but did I ever see the finger part? I don't. Oh, I was drunk. I may not remember.
My man was not there at all.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
kind
the
of out
main
of it.
character is a bear and there were no chameleons. That much
No,
I
it's-
know about the movie.
I was coming down with a cold and like I was drinking alcohol. It was not good.
Man, having
Okay,
a
so,
cold
but-
and
but-
drinking alcohol—that's the worst.
Just
combination.
imagine the the slow transformation of that. Like you wake up and your fingers are like fucked up. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If it was like a slow burn kind of horror, kind of drama movie, it would have been better. But since it was a low budget foreign film, then they mostly used a bunch of like blurred CGI for most of the movie. It's
I
kind of
mean-
like, eh.
I guess it's good that Americans didn't make it because you get that fucking Sonic the Hedgehog general that loves the Olive Garden going, we got to capture them, harness their power.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. That like there were so many ways for this movie in terms of writing or directing to go off the rails, and it's very impressive that it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, the restraint was actually pretty admirable.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can't let me direct that movie because I will fuck it up.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, like the restraint was good. It's just the only thing is I think we all agree there was too much restraint in certain aspects.
Yeah, certainly. Like just think normal people, like some kids like trying to hide this big tail or something. It's like,
Yeah.
mom's like,
Yeah.
Here, let me cover it up.
Yeah, like that's what I want. I want
Yeah.
more like I want more mid. And it doesn't even have to be like 50%. Like people in like
Like
the
25.
25%
Yeah.
TF range, because really all we got was like the only real progression we got was Bird Guy. We got some, but even like from the first time we saw him, he was already kind of birdy, but he did get more as it went on, and that was good. I just would love to see that with more people, because the
didn't-
main character we basically got him from 0 to 1%.
Yeah. Well, they didn't do much with the bird guy either. It was like, okay,
Not a ton, but some.
he looks like an X-Men character.
When they took the bandage off, I was like, show me a beak, show me a beak.
Yeah, crossing the fingers. Come on, you're right there.
Yeah.
And they fucked it.
It's just
They-
mutilated. There's no beak.
it's just a cut-up face. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
They're teasing it, and then they're like, "Ha, it's psych."
So now, if they were gonna show like an in progress TF, then that's what they should have done. That beak should have like shot out and ripped that mask off.
Sure. Yeah.
I was expecting that to happen at some point in the movie. Like, okay, that bandage is gonna come off at some point. Kind of like in
Mhm.
District 9, where they take the bandage off the guy's hand, and it's just like, it like flops
yeah.
out, and it's like
Yeah.
all
Oh
alien.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting something like that. Because District 9's a good movie. I'm surprised they didn't go something
It
like
is.
that. Because,
Yeah.
like, okay, so imagine, let's rewind a little bit. Okay, very beginning of the movie, father and son are in the car with their dog. Okay, what are the rules of the movie? Is it just spontaneously different people are just getting this virus, or is it the last thing you touched? Like with the main,
I don't think it's that.
okay, with the main kid, he touched the dog, so I'm surprised it didn't really go down the
True,
route.
but I think it was just to see like an actual dog and then that juxtaposed with the main character on his way to dog, but still a long ass
Yeah.
way to
I mean,
go because we
which
didn't
begs the
get to see
question.
much.
Because
Begs
like
the-
what
yeah.
I would have done if I was the one making this movie is the fact that you could have had something like there needs to be rules. Because this movie just kept okay, thing happened. There's no rules.
Yeah.
What are the consequences of everything happening? How did it start? If you want to be ambiguous about it, okay. Well, just give us something like what's going on. What's going on outside of this pair in the car? Like in The Walking Dead, they don't really say what started it, but if you read the comic or listen to Robert Kirkman, he kind of gives like different theories. Like there's like alien theory. There's like, oh, it's like some type of new virus that came from CDC. Like it could have been like anything, but
Maybe it came from dogs, and like in the movie, it could have been like,
or
government's like, you got to kill your pets.
or it could have been like the movie The Happening with Mark Wahlberg, where it was the trees the entire time.
It's always the truth.
It's always the trees. No. Okay, seriously.
You ain't a lemon drink, boy.
No, seriously. Okay,
Yeah.
like you could have had maybe because I was thinking it was definitely like something virus, like it was a sickness going around. I was expecting like like zombies, like if you get bit or scratched, you get it like automatically, and you start mutating
Yeah.
and you go going crazy and all that shit. But
Yeah, what I figured in my head just from the way it happened, and I have no evidence that this is accurate, is that yeah, it's a virus, but it only affects certain people due to whatever genetic markers they have or whatever. Because it's
Yeah.
definitely not a full population thing, and people, it seems like plenty of people have been exposed to the TFing people, and not everyone is TFing.
Yeah.
So I think it's a virus that affects certain people is the way I figured it.
For the COVID
See,
vaccine.
It's the thing where like if they went like a serious route, because this movie didn't really feel serious. Like the changes were very inconsistent. Like, okay, so this person has this and this person has this. Okay, so why is these things just randomly happening? Because in the very beginning of the movie, all you knew is that something was off, and then you saw the ambulance shaking, and then like an X-Men wannabe flies out and kind of runs away, like doing whatever. And that was, and the characters are like, okay, well, that doesn't really concern us, kind of thing, and didn't really startle them. So automatically, the audience is like, okay, well, supposedly these people don't really seem surprised or shocked at the fact that some type of mutated X-Men character just kind of flopped around in front of them and then ran away. So like you already have the audience's kind of attention. But when they say, "Oh, the mom's sick," okay. So now everybody understands that they already know what's going on, and the mom is sick because they're showing images of the mother, the like family photos, and you get like a thing, like a vibe that something is wrong with the mom, and then they cut to the next scene where they show the mom, but the only thing you see is that she looks like she hasn't shaved in like a week.
What I would have done, honestly, you could keep the serious nature of that scene, right?
Yeah.
But you show a full view of them behind the curtain. They're lit up from behind, so you can see her silhouette.
Yeah.
And then her silhouette looks more like an animal, like a bear or whatever.
Yeah.
And you see the kid's human silhouette, and it's just like, oh my god, what's happening? I think that would have been a hell of a lot more effective.
There would have been a better, more effective way of showing that the mom was changing to some degree without just showing up close view of her eyes and her cheeks. I feel like if you were
Yeah,
gonna
that
show,
teases me into thinking she's a cat. You
Yeah.
fuckers.
yeah, you thought it was a cat, but it wasn't because it was a bear. But,
Yay,
Or
bear.
they could have set it up better for like,
there were many things they could have set up better.
if the kid's turning into a dog, he's a character likes chocolate. He's always eating chocolate. And one time, and he takes a bite of chocolate and goes, "Rah!"
But he
and then he
gets
tries
sick.
to eat like later,
Yeah,
and he's
feels
like,
sick.
why do I keep getting sick?
Yeah.
There should
Yeah,
have
I like
been more
that.
consequences to everybody getting sick with this virus and then mutating. It's like
Mhm.
with the close up on the mom, they could have had like something happen with that close up, like, oh, she just like her eyes changed colors or something. They could have done something cool with it.
She sniffed
But
his butt.
but they didn't do it. Shut the fuck up. They didn't do anything with it. And the hybridization
Samuel.
of everything just kind of looked silly with the CGI. Like, I don't know. But the very first thing that we should have saw is that the kid was sick and he
Yeah.
wasn't feeling well. He complains that he's not feeling well. He goes home, cuts to like him, like, oh shit, my fingers are fucked up somehow, and he like rips off his fingernails, kind of like the Fly, like he's like ripping off his fingernails because his hands are
Mhm.
fucked up.
Yeah.
And like there could have been so much more interesting things going on there, a little bit more gore than just a little splatter of blood, which I was surprised there was actually
Right.
blood in that scene.
Yeah.
And it didn't even look like
Uh,
claws; it looked like cat claws. And it's so fucking misleading. And I don't know, man. It's the movie. It was going somewhere, and it drops everything because after like the 45-minute mark, it just okay. Teen Wolf minus
I mean,
the hairy face.
Dad.
Teen Wolf the drama.
Yeah. Well, Teen Wolf
And
is already a drama, but you know what I mean. It's just this
Well,
French kid.
less so. It's a different tone than this.
Yeah. Well, another cool thing what they could have done is like they should have had like radios or the TV like broadcasting like all over the world. Like this isn't just like in France, it's all over the globe. Like people are getting sick with this new virus. That could have been so much more intriguing.
And set it up to like have more of a quarantine than COVID ever was. You saw how crazy people went during COVID and
Yeah.
overreacted.
I mean,
Mhm.
there is. They could have had like okay. So have anybody in here? Have y'all seen Dawn of the Dead, like the remake?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I love that movie.
It's a great remake. Probably the only good movie that director has ever made. But they could have did something similar to that in the opening where they're showing like someone's like flipping through the channels and you're seeing all this different footage around the world. They could have done something similar to that. Like they're like a bunch of characters around the TV. Like this is just happening. It's not something that's already happened previously for some secret amount of time. It could have been something like day zero kind of thing. Kind of like the idea that they were going to do in The Walking Dead, where day zero, where everybody is getting sick with the zombie virus and they're starting to die or they're starting to turn into zombies, and they had this group of military people going around as like a secret mission to get to the CDC. That could have been so cool to see, but the budget was too high for it because the director that wanted to do it was too big of a budget, and AMC said no. So imagine doing something similar to that, but in this movie where you're focusing on day zero and not day question mark, because we don't know how long this has been happening.
Yeah, this was definitely day question mark.
Yeah. So imagine this taking place day zero or day one. Like it's just happened or it is happening currently. People are all around the main cast is either changing or dying, like so on and so forth. Make it a serious film. Make it bleak, but kind of had like a slice of humor to it, so it's not completely dark. Like what Biss said, like somebody's like turning into like a snake monster, and they're like got fangs, and snakes have poison in their fangs. So if someone bites somebody, and they get sick off that venom or whatever, like that could have been intriguing to see. But I guess since we don't know really what the budget was for this movie, it probably wasn't high enough to really do all of that. And the directors just kind of wanted to do like, oh, silly, like, oh yeah, this people becoming mutants somehow, blah blah blah. It's a dad and son story, which that you could keep the son and dad story part, but had more.
Yeah, like dad turned into a rat, but on the upside, he's a much better cook.
Hey,
Ratatouille reference. But
I agree with a thing by Joseph Santi in the chat here. The actual claws should be the whole tips of his fingers merging two claws. I don't like the claws bursting through human nails thing. One, because it's gross and I'm a baby. But two, that's not how the TF should go. Because
that's how it would happen.
Nah, it wouldn't. Your fingernails are already keratin. The fingernails should become claws. Claws should not burst through the fingernails, because where is that claw coming if not your existing fingernail? I would equate it to the two sets of ears TF, where like you grow a second set of animal ears in animal ear position, but the human ears are still there and then disappear or whatever. Like the human ears are what should become the animal ears, and the human nails are what should become claws. There shouldn't be new stuff bursting.
Yeah, I agree
obviously.
with that.
Yeah.
I'm a scientist.
Yes.
Yeah. But again, there's so many directions they could have took this movie, and after sitting and watching it, my feelings for it is just like wasted attempt on a movie with an interesting concept.
Concept that would
I think
go very far.
Yeah, and I think because, and I think often in any scenario, like when you're an expert on the subject, the movie or book or TV show, whatever, is never going to live up, and that's definitely the case from a TF perspective in this. Like, I don't know if there's like ever going to be like a TFE movie that's going to be like up to our standards. I mean, prove me wrong, Hollywood, but just because like we're so specific and know exactly what we want, it's so hard for someone else to guess that.
Well, us being in a niche part of the fandom, I mean, I don't think anybody in Hollywood, depending if they're in a high state of power to even do something like that,
we need to infiltrate Hollywood.
Yeah.
Well, we'll all have to dye our hair blue, and yeah.
But
it is too late for me, son.
But I think it's kind of a crime that they didn't do much with the concept. It all comes down to the concept to me. That and the practical
I agree.
effects.
Like there were good flashes. Like I even though like bird is never my go-to species, like they did some good stuff with the bird, but I wish there was more, certainly with the main character, and some other stuff, just some more side stuff, just some people in that real like we said, like 25% range. Like I love kid trying to hide a tail. That's awesome. Like
well, see, they can do that in an animation because it's silly. It's a cartoon. But when you're trying to do something like that in live action, I think it'll probably be more harder to do, because your actor will be like, "Why?" Or the audience will be confused.
Isn't there a character with a tail in that new what is it? The boys spinoff? V something.
Oh, is there in Gen V? For some reason I haven't watched it yet. I've watched all the boys, but I haven't watched Gen V. Is there?
A big long tail, like humanish, but a tail.
All right.
I feel like
better than nothing. Tail's better than no tail.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess seeing something like that on the big screen most people would be very confused. I feel like if you did go down the more serious thriller / horror route, I feel like most people would be like, oh, okay, so this is like monsters kind of thing. But it's not really
which that's not what I want.
No. Because if they're gonna do, because Hollywood, they're not smart. They're like,
that's correct.
Oh, so what's going on in this movie? The people are turning into animals for some reason. Wow, we'll just make them monsters or aliens. Yeah, aliens.
Yeah,
because big like, fat cat rich people are fucking retarded. I don't know why I turned into Christopher Walken right there at the end, but yeah, that happened.
But yeah, like the most like lowest common denominator route to go, or like simplest like first idea is like monster movie, but like
Yeah.
think a little harder and don't go that route. There's more interesting routes to go.
Yeah, because like I said in the beginning, you could go down the like Dawn of the Dead or Walking Dead route, but instead of zombies, it's just like this
Yeah, if
concept.
you're not careful, you get that college humor, furry superheroes are super gross thing.
Don't even. Right
I'm just
now.
saying. I'm just saying.
Because I feel like that's what the media would say. Oh, disgusting furry movie came out and it's flopping because nobody's seeing it.
I think you
I'm
got to
telling
try
you,
it
man.
once.
No matter how mainstream like anthro stuff gets, I still think for like the next 20 years, people are gonna be like, ew.
It's been going on forever. But
So you might as well just go all in. That's why I'm saying, like, if you're gonna make a movie like this, you go all in because fuck
You
it.
go for it. Yeah, don't. Yeah, I agree. Don't go halfway.
they need
And
to
like
go
try
all
like
in.
try to like walk the line of like appealing to the mainstream and everything. I'm like, no, go for it, and maybe you'll get lucky and it'll click with the mainstream.
Yeah.
It may not, but
Go
fucking
big or
try it
go
once.
home.
What?
Go big or go home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
go big or home.
exactly.
I mean, maybe it might be a hit because it's just something the audiences haven't seen.
Well,
I mean, you talk to people, they're just like, yeah, the movies are all the same. They're all terrible. They're all the same. Blah blah blah. Well, go see this furry movie, and they're like, I don't want to.
Check out this one where everyone turns into fucking animals. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of hot too.
Well, see, the status of Hollywood right now, everything's a remake, reboot, sequel, prequel, or some silly animated kids movie,
Well,
or it's a
make a
superhero
remake.
movie. Like
Let's do
nobody cares.
Let's do a remake of that snake movie where the guy turns into
The
a snake.
snake TF
Only
movie, yeah.
make him turn into like a sex slave or something. I don't know.
That took a twist there at the end.
Oh, come on.
I never saw that movie. I heard about it, I think probably from you, but I never really sat and watched it.
It is very 70s.
Yeah. I don't think you
Mhm.
could. Hollywood isn't smart. They couldn't come up with an interesting concept like that. Not anymore, anyways. Everything has to be by the numbers. Was it Gen Z? Because sadly, I'm a part of Gen Z. Everything has to be something happen constantly. There can't be no slowness to it. There can't be like any type of something constantly has to be flashing on the screen to keep the people's attention.
Yeah, just an entire generation of ADHD.
I still think that The Island of Dr. Moreau would make a badass movie if it was done well.
If it was done
100%.
well, it could
100%.
Yeah, but that would go back to being like monsters because
Val Kilmer and fucking what's his name?
Val Kilmer can't act.
He can't act. Well, no, whatever. He ruined it. And so with Marlon Brando, oh my god, that fat fuck.
Well,
apparently
I take that
Brando
back.
was a fucking nightmare on it.
Oh, he
Well,
was.
they both were.
I listened. I listened to a documentary about the movie, and it was like that actor.
Oh,
was
the documentary is great.
Yeah,
I love it.
He was
the
a
documentary.
horrible person to work with.
Yeah.
But Val Kilmer, I take my comment back. He can't
I
act
just
in
love
this
how-
movie. He's a good actor. I liked him in anything else other than Dr. Moreau. Literally anything else.
And he hated Brando in it because like literally in the movie he like makes fun of Brando. Like not the character, like Marlon Brando, because he's so mad at him by the end of the movie.
Yeah, Marlon Brando's kind of a dick to work with, from what I hear, especially off.
He sounded like an asshole.
Here's how you get a good Island of Dr. Moreau movie. You're in the casting office, right? And you're like, okay, which celebrities are furries? These guys? Okay. All right. Now we got to hire a staff and crew and character designers. Find the best furries you can find. Seriously. And like,
for real. I mean, I shout that from the rooftops constantly, like on, in movies like this or Zootopia or whatever. I'm like, just hire one furry and they will guide you through this. They will tell you the right thing to do.
See, even if you did, the people who are giving the money to the studio, or the studio giving the director the money to do the movie, they would say no. They would be like, no, this is dumb. This is silly. Nobody's gonna like this. There's been many movies that could have come out because, like the concept was really cool and intriguing, and then like the big people at the studio are like, no.
Mm-hmm.
There-
It's tough.
We don't know how many cool, interesting movies that could have come out like a decade or two
I'm
ago
sure. Oh yeah,
that are sitting on the
for
shelf
sure.
and probably will never see the light of day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're being gate kept. God damn it.
I mean,
We are
I know.
like
I wouldn't mind
hella.
directing them that sort of Dr.
Like-
Island thing.
Wait a minute.
I mean, I did
Al,
see the
hold on.
original.
Hold on. Somebody in the chat says they are making a new Dr. Moreau.
Oh,
Are they now?
I
Who's
heard
they?
something about it, but I was a bit like, skeptical because it's kind of a bit like, well, why are they making it?
Well,
And
dear,
it's been so long, I guess, that everybody
imagine-
really knew anything about it.
imagine the news
It's all
gets out.
grown up and old and dead.
The news gets out to the furry fandom, right? Suddenly, the director receives 10,000 emails begging for a job on the movie.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't say the director
Yeah.
getting emails. It's more of getting messages on Twitter, and then the studio getting emails about the movie.
Like, I've got my own fursuit. I'll bring it.
They'll be like, "Let me
Oh
be an
god,
actor."
that would be scary if you just go to work one day and there's like 400 fursuiters just outside your work.
Like,
That would
love
be
it.
hilarious.
I know you have a
Love
wolf
everything
character. I
about
want
it.
to be the wolf character.
But man, Hollywood pisses me off.
I think the average person would probably be a bit terrified. Be like,
Well,
oh god.
people in Hollywood, they would be like, "What movie did you just walk from? Like, what movie set did you just come from?" Be like, "I'm not an actor. I'm just here."
I'm just Harry, okay?
Yeah.
But I blame Zoomers because I was born. What's the cutoff for millennials and Zoomers? Like 96, 97?
Yeah.
I was
96
born
maybe.
a few
Maybe
years
97.
after of the cutoff. So sadly, I
Yeah.
count as a Zoomer. But my attention span is not short. I fucking hate TikTok with a goddamn passion. But I have friends who are on TikTok and make TikToks. I'm like, dude, stop.
Yeah.
Stop. I hate TikTok. Because I honestly think TikTok.
Apparently
just-
getting banned in your country.
Apparently they're
so
getting banned in my country, but
Oh, it's not going to
it's
get
not going
banned.
to. It's not going
It's
to.
not going to. Come on.
I don't think it will. No.
Yeah, but everybody.
Although I wish it would.
Everybody that's around my age or younger than I am, like their attention spans suck. I can sit and watch
Yeah.
movies all goddamn day, but people like in my friend group are like, "Can we like go and do something? I'm bored."
Well, have you heard the theory going around that this is TikTok might actually kill Hollywood? Because young people don't care about movies anymore. They crave the instant.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
say it's
15
just
second
TikTok.
things,
I think it's a mixture of TikTok and YouTube because YouTube is free.
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
Like even Tom Hanks, the shithead he is, he even said YouTube is free and anybody can go and make content on YouTube, like us. We can make content
Yeah.
all day. But the problem with Hollywood is that they're not willing to risk new ideas or use like old books with cool ideas. They could make
Yeah.
so many cool movies or TV shows or whatever. But
Oh my
it's
god,
the fact,
I'm surprised they haven't tried to make those Piers Anthony books into a fucking furry sex orgy series on Netflix or something.
I honestly think that Hollywood just does not want money. Either by the idiots that are running it or by all of the weird political bullshit going on in Hollywood. They're just not willing to risk interesting new ideas. They always want to do bare bones.
They play it so safe. That's
Yeah.
the thing. They never want to take a risk. Is Hollywood's thing? They're very risk averse.
If we had this type of technology 20 years ago, and Hollywood wasn't in the shit state it is in right now, like people like us could totally be like, hey, like Hollywood, there are so many cool, interesting stories out there you could make into a movie or a TV show.
Mhm.
Just
You can run as many ads on YouTube for free as you want.
Yeah.
But Hollywood irritates me. I wish.
Well, maybe it's best that Hollywood dies and then
irritates
independents become the new Hollywood.
If people like me, if we had enough money, we could make a solid like Island of Dr. Moreau type of movie.
Sure.
But the fact that
Well,
I'm
we don't.
broke as shit, I only have maybe a couple $100 to my name right now, and I'm about to go to a furry convention this weekend.
Ah, good
Oh,
call.
That's a very wise financial
Oh,
decision.
wait
I
for
know,
the money.
Yeah.
very smart decisions on my
Great
part.
move.
But words escaping me. We need more movies like this.
Yeah.
Just do it fucking
absolutely.
right. I don't
It's
want to
like-
have to
yeah.
rely. I don't want to rely on foreign films to give me the type of content that I want. I mean, do y'all know about the Cabin in the Woods sequence by Ariana?
Yes.
They could do something like that, but tone down the fucking like sexual content massively.
Yeah.
Massively. Tone it down
Imagine
from going 100
Yeah.
down to like 10. Tone it down.
Yeah. Maybe you don't need to make everyone a hermaphrodite.
Yeah.
just
Tone it
imagine
down a
like
lot.
the drama.
Yeah, but just it's the concept, the drama,
Concept
the
is great.
intrigue, magic, horror. You got all
Yeah.
these type of things. You can make a goddamn TV series out of it. Season 1
Still
can be
taking it.
they can make a TV TV series out of it. Season 1 are these characters, then by the end, snap the finger, they're gone.
Parents are like-
set. They had like it's like a repeating cycle because I don't know much of the lore but from Ariana because I've talked to her a few times about it, but she won't really say much. But you can make it's a cycle repeating. It's not
Sure. Yeah.
not an infinite because it's in its own time and space. Like it's the woods area is in like a different reality. It's not like
Right.
it's out of time and out of space. It's cut off. So
Yeah.
you could do anything with that. The fact that it's basically just a giant loop of time where people arrive at this one specific spot in the middle of nowhere and they can't leave. That's already like strictly horror in my imagination. That's already strictly like a horror setting. Like you can't leave. You're like continuously each direction to go. You're always going back to that one center spot. Kind of like in Blair Witch Project, where they can't leave the woods. Like they're stuck and they can't find their way out. That's very cool, intriguing shit.
I like Joseph Santi's suggestion. Make Island of Dr. Moreau, but as one of those found footage movies. That's actually kind of not a bad
That's
idea.
cool.
You could make a found footage out of Alan and Dr. Moreau, but I mean, you would have to have very, very good writing and very good practical effects. And also keep in mind, most people these days don't like shaky cam. So if you're going to try and do something like the Blair Witch or Paranormal Activity, you're going to have to try and you have to do it right.
No, man, drones. There's always a little drone following him with the camera. So it's always smooth. It's got a little stabilizer. That would explain it. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know we're like we're in a subgroup in one gigantic fandom that people don't really care about as much because it's not inherently something most people would be drawn to. Yeah, there's werewolves in it. Yeah, there's
I
like
just want to awaken feelings in people that they didn't know they had.
but you had this shit in cartoons like 20 years ago. I mean, Bisque, didn't
Oh
you?
yeah.
Like you worked on Billy and Mandy, right? The werewolf episode.
Oh, I storyboarded that whole transformation. Yes.
Yeah, see, you do shit like that 20 years ago, but now we can't get anything like that these days.
Well, you know what? Actually, what I heard was some
Wait,
studios now. Hold on. Some studios now I heard are hiring people to look over the script and cut out anything that could be considered a kink.
Really?
Oh, good.
Yeah, really.
Oh,
That's
that is
dumb.
horrible.
That sucks.
So, like, if you
I
were
mean,
okay,
come
so
off it. Okay, sorry.
so back in the no, that's just like I said before, in a couple episodes back in the 80s, every fucking animated TV
Literally
show
every
I know
episode of
that.
every cartoon.
had some kind of weird thing that could be considered a kink today on DeviantArt
Yeah.
or elsewhere.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's the thing.
However,
the
back
fact,
in the 80s and 90s, like, you always had that one episode of the show where it was X has been transformed or something has happened.
Or X
to
was
them, it
shrunk, or
comes-
X became giant, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
X.
Yeah, like
I
like
mean,
every
you
cartoon
the whole-
checked every box once.
pretty
Yeah.
much. And I
I
wouldn't even be
mean,
around to
just
see
look
most
at
of it.
Totally Spies. That is just complete fetish.
Oh yeah, for sure.
100%.
What?
For sure.
that whole show. I mean, yeah.
But
There is
I
just
would not.
something-
What's really funny to think about that though, like a part of me wants to believe that it's not true that they're doing that because, well, let's put it this way: Hollywood has no fucking morals, and they're always trying to push shit on people.
everything.
So like I find it hard to, and then let's face it, there are no conservatives running Hollywood studios. And
Not
it
a lot,
sounds
no.
like something. It sounds like something that a conservative would do. Like back in the '80s and '90s when they were bitching about rock music and then rap music. You know what I mean? It was conservatives. It wasn't Democrats or progressive types.
Ooh, Totally Spies. I remember that. Yeah, heard that.
Yeah,
The one
there's a
episode.
lot of fetishy things in that.
Oh my god, yeah, there was. I remember that clearly.
So I was surprised.
Totally
Sorry.
Spies has 2 separate, unrelated cat girl TF episodes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how good
Yeah.
Totally Spies is.
I worked
That
on.
show
I
was
worked on.
based.
I worked on a show called Banicula. You may know of it, but the recent Banicula, not the '70s one. But that show had a bunch of TF stuff in it that were not in my episodes that I found out later. And because like friends of ours that are big into TF, they were like reposting all the videos and stuff. I'm like, why did that happen after I left the show?
Yeah, why was this not on my watch?
Seriously,
Yeah, you could have storyboarded so much.
they cut
Right?
out like half the shit I storyboarded and replaced it and didn't
Fuckers.
give me the right proper credit for that. Just whatever.
Wrong.
One of the ones like I did a really good fucking job, dude. And then they like put some woman on it and gave her co-credit for storyboard. I'm not gonna go into it, you motherfuckers.
Well, somebody, I think it says Los Itos said body horror. That could have been great to see some body horror in the movie we were originally talking about, Animal Kingdom. So get some body horror stuff in there.
Well, the fingernails were sort of that.
That doesn't count. That's
Well, no, I mean, you know,
basic
I
bitch.
joke about it. I joke about it like the horse guy can't hold onto his beer. But what if he like trying to make a fucking phone call to get help or something? He can't fucking hit the buttons, right?
See,
Yeah.
that like going back to what I originally said, the part where they find the horses out in the middle of the road, that I felt was implied. Like they could have expanded on that a little bit. Like, oh, this was our backup and they're gone. They got attacked, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Oh, it's not what
Like-
actually it was. Okay.
One neighbor is a fucking cobra, and the other one's what's that fucking animal that always fights the goddamn
Mongoose.
Mongoose.
mongoose? Yeah, mongoose, and the
Yeah.
other guy's a snake. It's like
Interesting concept.
anything.
Well, loss of control is always in any type of mutation TF stuff because that's basically what was going on in Animal Kingdom, right? They're like kind of losing themselves.
Yeah, but you never got to see it like happening quick enough for it to be horrifying.
Yeah.
When it's that slow, it's cool and it's scary, but it's not. You know, I think it needs to go a little faster.
Trust me,
personally.
I like slow burn stuff, but when it's
Yeah,
so
for sure.
fucking slow, you can't really, get a grasp of what they're trying to do with it. It's just kind of don't. Let's speed up a little bit because, like, yeah, there is like these scenes saying, "Oh yeah, people are changing and all that," but they weren't showing it in detail. It's all about detail.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I agree.
there's subtle things you can do, right? And then there are things that they did which it was subtle, but it was too subtle. Because again, the eye shot, the close up on the eyes of the mom, nothing was going on. It was just a close up of the eyes. Nothing happened.
If you turn into a dog, your vision goes gray. Ah!
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like what's happening to people who are in their cars driving and they like start changing? Like show us what's going on there. Like,
Yeah.
someone's
It's like a-
turning into a zombie in a zombie movie and they're driving a
It's like
car. They're like
Elephant dude
They're kinda
mashed
like
into one of those tiny
pass-
British cars.
passing out or like trying to steer, but they're like slowly dying. Like do something like that. Like have conflict, have consequences to certain things. Show us what's going on around these two certain characters. Show us what's going between these two characters when one of them starts getting sick, down with the sickness, and
Yep.
changing, and he's like morphing and mutating and X-Men looking. It's like, come on, give us something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Joseph just said, head in the toilet, not due to party, just thirsty.
Yes.
That's pretty funny.
I love shit like
I
that.
thought that was gonna happen at some point, but he didn't do anything. He just kept ripping his nails out.
Yeah, I love little behavioral things during a TF that like then you sort of shake yourself out of like, what the fuck did I just do? And I love shit like that.
Yeah, it's
cat
cool.
guy's friend holds up one of those laser pointers, and the cat guy's like, "Oh, don't you fucking better."
Oh, god damn it.
I'm gonna get a laser pointer if I ever meet Scoot in person.
I've done it in a match before.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's actually really funny.
Yeah.
I've done laser pointer. I've done spray a bottle. I've done catnip. I mean, I've done. Turns out I've done a lot of cat stuff in my matches.
And you know, I can imagine like you being pitched to Vince McMahon at the WWF back in the day when they were doing all those gimmicks like the gobbledygooker, and him saying, "Yeah, you know, this is just too goofy for me."
I'm not into wrestling like that, but I know a lot about Vince McMahon.
Good guy, that Vince McMahon. Definitely not a rapist.
No, never.
Weird dude. But he's
Yeah,
I've seen
weird
the memes.
dude.
I've seen the memes.
Weird
of him,
fucking
though.
dude. Yeah. The best is an edit that someone did of he's in the ring going, "Get out here, you rapist," and then it cuts to him coming out of the entranceway. It's so good.
That's really funny.
No chance. That's what you got.
Okay, so
Classic.
Joseph says rodent teeth growing more and more, eating filing with metal rasp. Guy gets squirm blitz on catnip in his bed, probably talking about you. Lowe's Cullen says setting a six that surprise to TFE are chef's kiss.
100% agree.
Yeah.
100% agree. Love that.
Well, no one really says chef's kiss anymore, but I agree.
Besides the vernacular, yes. I love that, and I love going instinct wise going halfway, because I'm not that into like full feral TF, like you just turn all the way into a dog and then
like the mom.
for all intents and purposes you've completely lost human consciousness. Like go halfway, like you still like you have self-awareness, but also you got these new fucking instincts, and shit's crazy.
Like anything that's like a herbivore just like flinches when you get up to go use the bathroom. You're like, calm down, dude. I'm not gonna hurt you. You're like,
easy, buddy, easy.
I'm a prey animal now.
Yeah, but again, even though it's a joke, prequel to Zootopia, do it.
I fucking love the Zootopia prequel idea. That's awesome. Someone do that right now.
If Disney wasn't retarded, I would totally want to do that. I would do TF prequel of Zootopia. Be like, where did this world come from? Here.
Yeah.
That would be so fucking
these were
cool.
all people.
They used to be people. I mean, Wish was a thing. We don't really talk about it, but apparently that connects to Zootopia somehow, and it was dog shit.
It's like a Marvel alternate universe kind of thing.
Go from maybe do something like live action to animation, or just all animation.
Like you said, I could write any story I want. Well, this is what I wrote.
Like, what about people from the real world fall into like some type of like portal or dimension, which goes
No, that sounds like pony fan fiction or something.
Oh, ew, really? My man just cut me off immediately.
Damn.
Stop me in my tracks.
Down.
couldn't help that film fiction bullshit.
It was. Does it sound like?
And you got
motherfucker. Everything that we're talking about sounds like fan fiction.
Snipe. Like,
fan fiction is just fan fiction is just a movie without a budget.
Sure.
Yeah, but like, there's still interesting things you can do to get the concept done. Like people going to a different dimension and just becoming part of that dimension or something.
Like, well, I crawled into my grandmother's wardrobe and came out here.
Yeah.
People are like laughing in the chat. Bisque cutting me off mid-sentence.
You know what? I'm doing my job.
Damn, homie just cut me off. I can't even get a single word out. Like, no, fanfiction, shut up.
Hey, listen, there's always the chance that a fanfiction can be made into a horrible movie about sexual perversion.
Yeah, that's
50
called.
Shades of Grey, baby.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was just 50 Shades of Grey or the shitty 2010 Last Airbender movie.
Yeah.
Everything all leads back to the Last Airbender.
Yeah.
All roads lead to Airbender.
Yeah.
I've got to get going, guys. As a
Yeah,
matter of
fellas.
fact,
I think that's actually a good enough
right
length
about 2
of
hours.
time for this. Yeah, I think we've been
Pretty solid.
I'm surprised we actually talked about
Pretty
one topic
good on
pretty
topic, by the way. Good for us. Pat on the back.
Pat on
Maybe
the
that's
back.
why we have 7 viewers.
Yeah,
Hey,
7 viewers. That's a new record.
big numbers.
That's
Yeah.
quite a bit, actually. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
That sounded really insulting. Sorry.
50 stripes of spay.
Oh no.
Fucking
no.
hell.
All right. And on that note, everybody, thanks for watching.
Thank you for
Listening to
watching.
us
that was fun. Good talk.
hypothesize the dumbest shit you've ever heard of.
Maybe next Tuesday or whenever we do our next podcast, we'll talk more about our Zootopia prequel idea.
Yeah, and Scott,
Yes.
Goot,
Yes.
don't forget to tell YMS 100% Wolf. You have to do it.
100% Wolf. I'm
Now,
on it.
Britch was trying to bring him on the next podcast. YMS complains about furries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Furry
Can we
complaints
do
about
YMS?
furries.
your movies suck. That's YMS. Adam from YMS. Your movies suck.
Look it up.
YouTuber who's a furry, but like, because I was gonna say furry YouTuber, but like his content isn't furry,
Well,
but he
hit
is
it.
a furry.
A
He hit
man
it
who
so well for so
claims
long.
to not be a furry but has a horse persona and
He
also
doesn't. He is. No. That's not true. He has never claimed. He will publicly, happily say he's a furry anytime, anywhere.
but he's not a
He
horse.
has never claimed to not.
Okay, but
He is a
but
horse.
he seemed to hide it really well for a long time when people
Yeah.
he was first getting popular.
Maybe when he was first, but like on streams and stuff, like he'll. Yeah,
I mean, he
he'll
doesn't hide
talk
it
about
now.
all the time.
Pymations
Yeah.
doesn't hide it. Everybody's a fucking furry. Get
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
it.
Pymations
Get over it.
is also a brony, so he can't really say anything.
Oh yeah, he's a furry and a brony.
The double-edged sword.
Not saying it's a bad thing. Why? I know you already don't like them. Whatever.
A live-action The Zootopian Thing.
Love it. Do it.
I can't imagine. John Carpenter's The Thing, but mashed up with Disney Zootopia. It's like The Thing theme mixed with Try Everything.
Try everything.
Yeah, just capitalize.
Oh
thing.
no!
Awesome.
Holy shit, that's funny.
Yeah, draw it. Get on that.
Oh man.
We're copywriting that.
All right. Well, we said we were gonna drop
Yeah.
off, and I think it's time. I've got some work to do. So, boys, till next time.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Yep.
And if anybody in the chat is going to be at FWA this weekend, I will see you there. Probably.
Right.
I'll try and advertise my podcast as much as I possibly
Go
can.
there and chastise him about his Scooby Doo addiction.
I'm actually wearing my Scooby-Doo slippers as we speak.
Hell yeah.
We're wrapped in
Alright,
my
guys.
comfortable Scooby-Doo blanket.
Have a fun of you.
My
Have a
best.
good time.
What does that say? Judy Ops and an ice block. Oh man.
All right.
That's-
I will. I'll catch y'all later.
All right, I will send you a text regarding the next episode whenever you're free next. Been great
Yeah, for
talking to y'all though. Thanks for coming out,
Yeah,
everybody
you
in the
too.
chat. Thank you for watching.
It was fun.
Yes, I had a lot of fun. I will now go eat the rest of my cold ramen and probably play some Stellar Blade or something. Maybe Hitman.
Big
I
night.
don't know. I do have to get ready for FWA this weekend, but yeah.
Yeah. Have a good time.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
For sure.
Yeah.
Catch you later.
See ya. See ya.
Bye.
All right, I'll message you in a second, Foss.
I'm gonna go watch the movie now. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming out and watching. Had a blast. Y'all are great. Thanks for commenting in the chat. Y'all are... Yeah. Awesome. All right, I'll see y'all next episode. Good night, everybody.